Thanks for running my Polaris Slingshot. I'm going to go through some of the ins and outs of how to operate it, how to lock it up, where all the storage is, and just general, questions you could have. So I'll start with storage. So as you know, it's basically a motorcycle. So there's only storage behind the seats. If you look behind each seat, there's going to be a little tab like this. When you hit it, the seat's going to move forward. And back here, you can see a little compartment. If you unlock the compartment, oops, there you go, gotta turn it all the way. There's about enough room for a backpack or a helmet back there. Each one of these seats, the passenger and driver side, have one of these compartments, so once you hear it click, it's locked. The driver's seat also has a bar to be able to either move up or move back the seat. The passenger side seat does not have that, it's fixed. It does open back and forth so you can get to the rear storage, but that's about it. All right, so a little bit about the Slingshot. It's a 2.4 liter four-cylinder. It makes about 180 horsepower. Manual transmission, going to one belt-fed tire in the back. It's a 305 millimeter tire, so it's pretty thick, but you will lose control pretty easily if you accelerate out of a corner or don't feather the clutch off of when you're starting it. So it's kind of a tricky one to drive if you're not used to driving either a motorcycle or something with a lot of power. The power to weight ratio is pretty good in this thing. You also have a compartment here for a glove compartment. There's a lock, so you use the same ignition key under here and then just push the button and it opens. There's the manual in there if you have any questions, and also the USB and a lighter socket. So if you close it, lock it, and then push the button up, it'll lock. All the mirrors are manual in here also. And then when you're done driving it, just make sure it's in neutral, and then, or actually you put it in first gear if you're on a hill, and then put the e-brake on. If you're leaving it overnight somewhere that's outside or not safe, there is handcuffs down here. And these handcuffs just go right to the wheel. So you can see they have a little button here. So they open up. Sorry, I have one hand free. If you close it like this, it'll basically look like that on the steering wheel. And if you click this little button in, it locks in place. And that's just kind of like the club for a car, you know, so you don't steal it. Theoretically, someone could cut through it, but it's going to be a pain. That's pretty thick. And just make sure that it's up pretty close or under the seat so it doesn't ruin it. And that's basically it. On the ignition key you're going to get, it also has the lock that goes in here. So all you do is put it in and turn it. Sorry, that's hard to do with one hand. See how it pops out, and you're good. You can just tuck this right behind here, and you're good to go. I would just use that whenever you're leaving overnight or something like that. It's just a little extra added safety. So that's basically the car. The gas goes back here. Just turn it, put 91 octane gas in all the time with it. Please use premium. And if it's full when you receive it, which it should be, just return it full. It's got a hard top on it also, which is really nice in the summer and anytime. So this can come off, but you don't really need to. So my recommendation is just not to really touch it. Just keep it like that. There's a way to unlock it and actually have this pop up, but it's kind of flimsy. And if you try to force it without it being fully unlocked, you could crack it. And these are pretty expensive, so I wouldn't do this unless you are very gentle. There's not really a point to taking it off. You see when you close it, it locks into place with these magnets. And then this little guy, you turn and it comes and looks like that. So if you see green facing you, it's locked. If you see red facing you, it's unlocked. That's basically it. I'll start the car up. Just like a regular car, you put the key in, turn it, and with your foot on the clutch in neutral, hit the red button. I have the guard up right now. This is what we typically do if it's raining out. This thing's broken right now, but I'm getting a new one. It should be here in 2 days. So this should all be fixed by the time you rent the car. Basically this little guard comes down, so if it does rain, it's gonna keep this nice and airtight. It's got Apple CarPlay, so you plug your phone in here, and then navigation, everything pops up. To move change the speaker volume, it's right up here to the left, so plus and minus. And that's basically it. You have lights under here, blue or white, and these are all the underbody lights. This also turns on the headlights over here. Let's see. That's basically it. Traction control is off. This is the switch if you want to turn it off, but I wouldn't do that. Again, any evidence of burnouts or excessive wear on the car that's not necessary is going to result in a fee, so don't do it. If you have any questions about the car, just let me know. Other thing to remember too is the seat belts are on the inside, kind of like a Lamborghini. So a lot of people get messed up by that when they get in the car. Here is the dash. It shows your fuel gauge right here, and then the mileage, and then your tachometer. Again, shifting in the second, if you accelerate, it's going to get loose. If you accelerate into a corner, it's going to get sideways. I don't want anyone to get hurt, so just be careful when you're driving it. I've gotten it pretty sideways before, and it's not fun when you get too sideways. So if you have any questions about it, let me know. That's pretty much it. And when you're done using the car, you just turn it off like this, walk away. And then if you're going to be leaving it out all night, make sure if you're renting a helmet, you put it behind the seat and lock it, and also use the handcuffs. As always, either use the Turo app or text me or call me anytime, and that's really it. Enjoy your rental.